that you need in order to lead effectively? Are there some areas in which you may be a little bit lacking, or a little bit empty, or unassured? Places where you need confidence, other places where you may need competence. One thing about leadership, and one thing about leaders that I'll let you know, is they have integrity. They know what they don't know. And those are the areas that they are most focused on. So you always hear about leaders in a constant state of learning. That's because they are, the competent ones at least. The good leaders are always in a state of learning. Because they know that as they give, things change. And they have to learn new information in order to stay ahead of the times or in front of the curve. Look at what's going on right now in the world. Things are constantly changing. The leader who stops learning is going to have a big gap, a blind side, and they're going to get hit in it often because they're not covering down. They're not gathering the newest information in order to arm themselves and arm their organization with best practices and the newest information. You have to continue to learn. You have to continue to build your leadership skill set, your acumen, your proficiency, your efficiency. It is absolutely mandatory and required that you continue to develop yourself as a leader. Leadership development is an ongoing process. You don't get the position and stop learning. You don't get the check and stop doing the work. You don't book the gig and stop practicing, stop honing your craft. There's a statement. It says, honor thy craft. How can you honor thy craft if you're not consistently practicing, if you're not consistently rubbing the edges, if you're not fine-tuning your proficiencies, if you're not constantly learning, constantly researching, and constantly pouring information into your head, pouring rich experiences into your life? How can you want someone else to do that which you do not do yourself? Integrity. Good leaders have it. They know what they don't know. And that's their main area of focus. Gathering and filling those areas where they see gaps. And the further you go as a leader, the further you're going to see things that you need to know. Things that you thought you knew that were not accurate or not true. As you lead, you learn. As you learn, you lead. A student is a leader and a leader is a student. But are you a student and are you a leader? If you're a leader, you don't just sit in what you know. You don't just sit in your competencies. You relish and you look for places where there are deficiencies and incompatibilities, and you don't know everything. Those are the places where you want to gather information. Leaders are always researching that which they do not know. So you may find a business leader reading about his history. Hey, why are you reading about history? Aren't you a banker? Why are you reading about gardening? Aren't you in the military? See, leaders know that best practices in another area can be changed and can be adapted and molded to fit their industry. This is the acclimation of new information and the adoption of best practices. Leaders are innovative in the way that they think. They're always looking for new industrious ways to do more with less, to better equip their people. But how can you better equip your people when you're not equipped yourself? So in the beginning of this video, I asked you, are you equipped to be a leader? And the answer answer to that is it's an ongoing process. So you may be equipped today, but you need to continue to learn at the end of the day and tomorrow in the early morning so that tomorrow's day you can be applying new information because the world is constantly changing and you want to meet the need with excellence, with leadership excellence. And the only way that you can do that is by consistently, always pouring new information and best practices into your intelligence base so you can act on the best data possible and the best new relevant best practices. So again, are you equipping your people and your organization to be the best and to be the leader in the industry? The answer is only if you're equipping yourself.